Ignatz Victor reporting, Your Excellency.
Yes, come in.
Greetings, Your Excellency.
I think you're supposed to say, "Forgive my intrusion."
Right, yes. Forgive me, Your Excellency.
Listen, Ignatz, I may have a title now, but you and I are still friends as we have always been. All this formality is starting to make my skin crawl. Please, just treat me the same as ever you have.
Oh, right. Of course. Anyway, what do you need?
You've no doubt heard about the bandits who appeared in Gloucester, yes? The ones who were supposedly former mercenaries.
They've been around for a while, right?
Yes, my men have been searching for their base for some time now, and I believe they have finally located it. I took the opportunity to look into the provenance of these bandits anew, and it seems they were indeed a mercenary band. One in the employ of my father.
I see.
For some reason, they have abandoned the sellsword life and fallen into banditry.
But why would they do that?
I do not know. I attempted to discuss it with my father, but his only concern at present is finding me a proper spouse. When I ask, he evades me and changes the subject.
Yes. That's quite the conundrum.
Regardless, I cannot ignore these bandits, especially if my father had something to do with them. Thusly, I have decided to deal with them myself, and I was hoping you might join me.
Of course. I'm a knight of House Gloucester, after all.
Good. Oh, and as it would be a rather tall order for the two of us to take on a gang of brigands alone, I have called in some additional support.
Hey, Lorenz. I came as soon as I could.
Just once, I wish one of my acquaintances could split the difference between absurd formality and dire nonchalance. I am a count now, you know.
Wait, so are we not friends because you're a count?
No, what I meant to say is...
Look, enough with the titles. I'm a busy woman, so let's get moving already.
I will have you know, a noble is nothing without their... Oh, never mind. I asked you here because I need your help dealing with bandits in my territory.
That's it? Well, sure. I'm happy to help.
That was easy. I suppose it does indeed pay to have some true friends in one's corner.
Sure does. Besides, if just you and Ignatz try to do it, you're gonna get kicked into next moon.
Have you ever considered not saying the first thing that pops into your head? The two of us could easily handle this matter. I am simply being prudent. Also, these are not some run-of-the-mill ruffians, but rather highly trained former mercenaries.
Right, the old mercenary to bandit career path.
They have some connection to my father as well, so I would like to uncover what we can in the process.
You got it, boss. If we fight and win, I'm sure some info will turn up on your old man.
I am not certain I follow your logic, though I suppose it would be the preferred outcome. Now then, we should be off. With my subjects in peril, there is not a moment to waste. We will depart as soon as you are ready.
I'll take my payment in meat, please.
I shall tell the kitchen to prepare a ham. Hear me. Now it is my turn. There is nothing I...
Not a problem. I've got this.
All right. There's nothing these muscles...
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see the...
Well, you fell brigands. I, Lorenz, Hellman, Gloucester, stand in judgment before you.
So, not to be a jerk, but when you stand up and scream your name like that, it prevents us from launching any kind of sneak attack.
House Gloucester has no need for such dishonest trickery. If our foe is asleep, we kick out their pillow before the battle begins. Firstly, let us deal with the bandits outside the base. I shall not permit you to wreak any more havoc within my borders.
Not a problem.
Now it is mine. There is...
Keep your eyes on me!
Say, Lorenz, why don't you hang back and let us handle this?
Do not harm me. I am more than capable of holding my own against this pack of curs.
I think this will go well.
All right, here I go.
I'll take your spot. Now that I think of it, we're near the place where Claude's grandfather met his end, aren't we?
Indeed, I think you are correct. Could this group perchance have some connection to that most unfortunate incident?
No, not yet. I can still fight.
You yourself are a former mercenary, yes? Pray point out everyone you recognize.
You do realize that not every mercenary knows each other, right?
Yeah, right.
That is enough for the soldiers outside. Let us proceed to attack in the base. By the good name of Lorenz, Hellman, Gloucester, you foul marauders shall terrorize my subjects no longer.
Gloucester, we shall not get Let's get out of here before we get beaten to a pulp again.
Not a problem. I've got this.
All right, here I go. There's nothing.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see...
Now it is my turn. There...
We let these folks go. They'll just cause more trouble somewhere else. Let's track them down.
A fine hit!
No! Do you know who I am? You should be ashamed. Greatness demands it! Let us stand together!
Right behind you!
Raise me ahead!
Let's finish this! What do you
The
think
enemy
of
will
this?
regret this! You should be ashamed! Much appreciated. Now it is my turn. Go for it!
Not a problem. I've got this.
Keep your eyes on me!
This stronghold will
My
fall!
turn. My mother and father died not too far from here.
I'll take your spot.
That was a long time ago now.
They were merchants, yes?
Yeah. They were traveling with the old Duke Regan and got attacked by monsters.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to...
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I...
All right, here I go!
During the period when my father employed these mercenaries, monster attacks were a rather common occurrence in this region. And these monsters took the lives of both the former Duke Regan and Raphael's parents.
All right, here I go. There. Pay attention, Lorenz. If you keep staring off into space, some bandit's gonna run up and conk you on the head.
Yes, of course. I must focus on the battle at hand.
All right, that should be all.
Not a problem.
We can't get out the front. Let's cut around back.
Oh, there's nothing to...
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see this...
Now it is my turn. There is nothing I...
Not a problem. I've got...
There is something strange about the enemy's current movements. Perhaps they have another escape route in mind?
Not a problem.
It's my turn.
They're trying to get out the back way. After them.
Yeah. No escape. Get ready. Now watch me flex. Did you see that? My muscles always win the day. All right. Get ready.
Keep your eyes on me.
This stronghold will fall!
I'll defeat you. I got you. What do you think of this?
It's funny how you're like a real knight now, Ignatz. You used to be so scrawny.
I think everyone looks scrawny compared to you, Raphael.
Okay, time to attack.
I think this will go well.
My turn at last.
Charge and attack.
Now it is my...
Take a breather.
We stopped them.
The Count? Where's your father, you little brat?
Retired. I am the Count of Gloucester now.
You don't say.
Keep your eyes on
In
me.
that case, I'll have to take my revenge on you instead.
Now it is my turn. There is nothing...
Not a problem. I've got this.
All right, here I go. There's nothing.
I think this will go well.
He seeks vengeance against my father. Whatever was driving these people?
I can still fight.
my guard up. I think this will go well. I'm prepared.
All right, here I go. All right, here I go.
My turn.
I am troubled by this development. But as the ruler of this domain, I must do my duty and eliminate these bandits.
Not a problem.
This is awful. We have to do something.
Not a problem. I've got this.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared to see.
Now it is my turn. My turn at last. A fine hit.
Now, charge and attack.
Now it is my turn.
I'll take your spot. Say, Raphael?
Keep quiet and fight, Ignatz. These guys are serious business.
Now, let us bring it down.
I can still watch them. No, not yet.
I'll defeat you. I won't lose. What? I think this will go well. I'm prepared. Do you think of this?
My turn at last. You shall not get in my way.
Still fighting. No, not yet.
Now it is my turn.
My turn.
Splendid. We have the advantage.
Not a problem.
Accept your defeat.
Keep your eyes on me.
None shall surpass me. Greatness demands it.
All right. Take this! Okay, time to attack.
Fool!
I got this.
Ain't you traitorous nobles tired of beating us up
Take a
yet?
breather.
I think this will go well. I'm prepared.
Now it is mine. There.
All right, here I go.
Wait, you claim my father betrayed you?
None shall surpass me.
Used us and threw us away like trash, he did. He tried to make us disappear so as to sweep it under the rug.
Together.
I'm here to help.
You thought you could best me?
Outstanding, Lorenz. Lend me a hand. Let's finish this. What do you think
The enemy
of
will
this?
regret this! You should be ashamed!
Yeah, right.
Much appreciated.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Keep your eyes on me.
All right.
I'll take your spot.
Still in the fight.
Yeah, right. I got you. All right. Here I go. Get ready.
Keep your eyes.
My turn at last. You shall not get in my way.
Yeah, right.
Take a breather.
My turn at last.
Just kill me and be done with it already. At least that way it'll finally be over.
I would speak with you yet. I need to understand what has transpired here.
We did it. We won!
Meat party when we get home, and Lorenz is buying.
You all go on ahead. I must speak with the bandit we captured. A noble always does his duty. Good, but not enough.
Getting stronger.
This is suitable.
There you are, Lorenz. That took so long, I thought maybe that bandit general got you.
We had much to discuss, which I will share with all of you now.
Did you uncover the reason for their grudge against your father?
Indeed, as we suspected, they were once mercenaries in his employ. At first, they were used in the ways one might think, keeping villages safe, guarding the border, and so on. But one day, they were given a very strange order by a supposed envoy of my father.
Well, what was the order?
They were told to threaten any merchants heading toward Regan and force them to turn back.
Yeah, that's a weird one, all right.
The mercenaries felt the same and balked at the idea of raising their swords against unarmed merchants. Instead, they decided to chase a pack of wild monsters into the merchants' path and scare them that way.
Sounds like a good way to get everyone killed.
Indeed, you see the matter already. The plan worked, at first. Then one day they caught wind that merchants were approaching and loosed monsters on them per the established method. An ordinary group of merchants would have simply run away and lived. But one among this group drew his sword and began to fight. This was Lord Godfrey, who at the time held the title of Duke Regan. He fought valiantly, but ultimately in vain. Sadly, he perished along with the merchants he had hoped to protect.
Merchants that included Raphael's parents.
So the former Duke Regan and Raphael's parents all died because of your dad, Lorenz?
So it would seem. I am terribly sorry, Raphael. Please, accept my apology in my father's stead.
Hey, knock it off. You didn't do anything wrong.
As it happens, my parents were meant to accompany Godfrey that day. but they had a scheduling conflict and recommended that Raphael's parents go instead, which means...
Not you too, Ignatz. Look, everybody. Kids aren't responsible for what their parents do.
Lorenz, do we know for sure that the order came from your father?
I was wondering the same thing. Your father was always protective of the nobility's reputation, and it seems strange he would do something so sneaky, and so anti-merchant besides.
Based on what the bandits said, I suspect it was someone from our house acting alone. By the time my father realized what was happening, the culprit had vanished, along with any hope of ever sussing out their true motives. Only the mercenaries remained, and my father had no choice but to punish them.
I bet they didn't care at all about what happened behind the scenes. Far as they were concerned, their employer betrayed them.
But I don't get how any of this has to do with you right now, Lorenz.
A feudal lord is responsible for all that happens within their realm. Therefore, anything left unresolved by my father falls by necessity to me. I would also like to pay appropriate reparations to both you and your family, as is fair and proper.
But I don't need anything from you. I can take care of my family plenty well on my own. Besides, I made my peace with what happened to my folks a long time ago. You can't change that now. All you can do is stir up a bunch of old, painful memories.
Yes, but still...
But nothing. I'm done talking about this. I'll still take my reward for beating up the bandits, though. Meat party, remember? You promised me the finest ham in all the land. And just thinking about it's got me drooling.
This does not sit right with me. What should I do?
I think you'd better quit wallowing in the past and go fetch that ham you promised. Best to just leave it be. You too, Ignatz.
Right.
Very well. In that case, I shall arrange for the finest spread of meat the world has ever seen. I stake House Gloucester's very reputation on it.
Now that's the right thing to do.
Still feels a little weird to leave it like this, but I guess this is for the best.
Supplies are the lifeblood of any army. Everything has its use.
I imagine this will serve me well.
Hey, anything that makes me stronger.
Not that there's any point in me getting stronger. I'll put this to good use.
I need more strength than this.
Only thorns left on this rose. Who knew this power slept within?
This is quite fascinating.
Well, this is a new look for me.
That went better than I anticipated.
Yes, this makes sense.
I must make the most of this ability.
This is part of me now.
One step at a time.
Training can be the difference between victory and defeat.
always strive to improve.
Giving less than one's all is unacceptable.
I just want to go home. Well, this is a new look for me.
What a strange feeling.
This could work.
I hope I can handle this.
One cannot achieve victory without challenge.
With proper training, you'll be unstoppable.
Hunger is the true enemy.
Yeah, the flavor's not really there. Might want to try something different next time.
This surprise pleases me. How did you know I would have enjoyment of this?
Wow, that hit the spot! I'm so glad we're friends!
Come back whenever you're hungry.
Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I will finish it summarily.
I will see it done speedily.
We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
We can do it, together. Very well. I will join you. We all must do our fair share. Care to make yourself useful?
Counting on you both.
I don't know how much help I'll be, but... okay. And you need me for this? Are you sure? We all must do our fair share.
Well, how'd it go? Any result's a good result.
Lord Hubert, we've located what appears to be an enemy scouting party in the forest near our base.
This is certainly a matter of concern. We will need to make immediate preparations to...
But the one who located them was... Caspar.
Ah, I see. Then what of our casualties? Also, did we manage to capture any of the enemy?
We've 3 lightly wounded, including Caspar. And I fear none were taken alive.
I suppose such things are wont to occur when charging headlong into the fray.
Hey, Hubert! Did you hear how I cleared out a few enemy spies?
I did indeed. And on top of getting several people injured, you failed to capture any of said spies. Had you first called for reinforcements before leaping into action, that could have been avoided.
And what if they'd gotten away while we waited? Also, didn't you say it was fine when my old man did the same thing before?
Reinforcements would be nothing but a hindrance to Count Burgley's. If he could not handle something himself, additional soldiers would do nothing more. Besides, he would not have suffered even the slightest injury in the process.
Hey, I'm barely scratched. Ah, forget it. I'll win your respect next time for sure.
Why do you ever insist on hurling yourself into danger at every opportunity? Clearly, some of the reason lies in your desire for military accolades, and yet... Let us take this most recent incident, for example. Had you summoned reinforcements, you would likely have received more plaudits for it. The capture of an enemy spy would have been a nice feather in your cap, as would coming home with fewer injured comrades.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. All I can say is that my gut told me to attack and I listened. And it wasn't a terrible result, so what's the problem?
The problem is whether or not your gut continues to avail you. If this instinct of yours is wrong even a single time, you will find a mound of dirt over your head.
Don't talk like that, Hubert. I might be aggressive, but I'm not angling to end up dead.
Your untimely demise would make trouble for me as well. Why, just think of the critical military manpower I would be sacrificing. Yet, at the same time, you and your gut mucking up carefully laid plans is cause for no less chagrin.
You think too much, you know that? I mean, if you want to make a name for yourself on the battlefield, you kinda have to accept the risk of death. I made the choice to distinguish myself in war in spite of that. But hey, you know what? If you think I'm gonna kick the bucket, go ahead and work that into your plans. Look, I know I'm your critical military manpower or whatever it was you said, but sometimes you've gotta win whether you have that manpower or not. Like I said, I'm not aiming to get myself killed, but I also know there are no guarantees in battle. Anyway, I figure that's gotta be the best way to make sure I don't end up being a burden for you. Oh, it's time for training. Gotta run, Hubert.
Placing your fate into my hands, are you? They say it is a fine line that separates the saint from the buffoon. How right they are.
I wonder when I'll be able to return to Enbar.
Greetings, Dorothea. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, you're fine. I was just having myself a little think. So, what do you need?
I come with a matter involving the opera company of which you were once a member.
What's wrong? What happened?
Nothing drastic, I assure you. A letter addressed to you arrived, and finding myself with a moment to spare, I decided to deliver it personally. And as I was also hoping to speak with you about the company, the trip serves a dual purpose.
Okay, don't scare me like that, Hubert. I figured something awful had happened since you were coming here in person.
My apologies. Let your heart be at ease. Now then, I wish to discuss the matter of your return to the opera company.
I'm pretty sure I said I wasn't going back.
That is not what I refer to. Well, it is and it isn't. You have no love of violence, and in fact care little enough for it that the mere sight of someone in pain nearly rends your poor heart in two. Further, I am aware that you received numerous invitations to return to the company. Despite that, you continue to remain here on the front lines of the war. I find this choice curious.
Okay, that's a fair point. I honestly have given some thought about returning to the company. Touring across the land with them and using music to heal weary hearts sounds wonderful. And if I did make that choice, it would be a different way to help Edelgard and everyone else. You agree, right?
Indeed. I should think it terribly useful work.
But even so, I can't abandon the actual fight when all of you are still here. The thought of being safe and sound while my friends risk their lives isn't something I'm comfortable with. Does that make sense?
It does. And I even share your feelings to a degree. However, we could always summon your opera company to the front so that you could use your diva talents to motivate our troops. Surely you have considered this possibility?
You really see through everything, Hubie. It's vexing. But fine, there's another reason. I want to support Adi as a commoner. If I were here in the position of an opera diva, I wouldn't be treated like one anymore. I want to be here fighting as a representative of the peasant class. However selfish it might be, I feel this is the best way to help Adi as she tries to erase the gap between nobles and commoners.
Well, this is a surprise. You choose the path of hardship for the sake of your emperor. Truly, I have undersold your resolve.
Oh, but there is one more reason.
Still more?
There are quite a few young nobles here, dependable ones with quality futures ahead of them. And they're a lot more attractive than the doormats who flutter about us divas in the capital.
Yes, that does seem important. You are stronger than I gave you credit for, Dorothea. And you have earned my respect this day. Petra. Fancy running into you here. How are you acclimating to life in Her Majesty's army? We are constantly traveling all across Fodlan, so I'm sure there is a lot to adjust to.
I find myself being cold often, but the others have shown great kindness in telling me what to expect. I have no troubles.
Marvelous. I want nothing more than for you to fit in and feel comfortable. Know that there is a permanent place for you in this army, if you so desire.
No. I will be returning to Brigid when the war is finished. I am going to be queen. That day is approaching with quickness.
Yes, I am very much aware. And upon your coronation, Brigid will be released from its vassalage to the Empire. Her Majesty and your grandfather have agreed to this in secret.
For having consideration of Brigid's interests, I give Lady Edelgard and Duke Gert my gratitude.
As I understand it, the Minister of Foreign Affairs pursued this particular policy most vigorously. He has met with far more success, now that Lord Arundel is no longer around to impede him. I might even go so far as to say the Duke looks like a new man.
A new man? No, he's still being the same man.
Well, yes. I suppose you have me there. Regardless, I do hope that you can forgive us. Though we would very much like to make our agreement with Brigid public, doing so now would be most unwise.
I have understanding. The war of 7 years ago still has freshness in the minds of many. You do not want to give them cause for anger when this war has not reached its finish yet.
I'm glad you appreciate the situation, as I was certain you would.
But all in Brigid have knowledge of our agreement. Every man, woman, and child. If it is broken, they will have knowledge of that as well. Blood would be spilling.
Petra? Was that a threat?
Not a threat. A concern. I know I can place trust in the word of the Empire. The Emperor would never be breaking a promise. Would she, Hubert?
I beg your pardon, Queen Petra. Clearly I failed to realize that you had already ascended the throne. Rest assured, our promise will be kept. If Her Majesty and yourself are any example, the Empire and Brigid will support each other and walk into the future side by side.
And I have certainty that you will be there, witnessing it.
Is something wrong, Ferdinand? You're staring quite intently at those plants while you water them.
I was merely reflecting on something I saw long ago in Enbar.
Oh? What would that be?
In truth, it is nothing noteworthy. Back when I was a child, I saw a water nymph dancing and singing in a fountain along the main street. She was radiant, brilliant in the dewy light of the sun. But as an immature young lad, I grew embarrassed and ran away.
Wait a minute. That sounds familiar.
And you're sure of what you saw? A water nymph?
Absolutely. Her song resonated within me. It was a bucolic tune sung by common folk around the capital. As I recall, she had not been wearing so much as a scrap of clothing. Anyway, once I finally mustered up the courage to return, the nymph had vanished.
Such a tale hardly seems possible.
What? That's the reason Ferdy ran away that day? No way. I've been wrong about him this whole time? I mean, considering how I must have looked in that fountain... Oh no. I can't even begin to face him right now. I have to go back.
Is that Dorothea? I wonder what she's doing over there.
He's seen me. All right, Dorothea, just be calm. It's fine. It's all fine. Everything's fine. Why, if it isn't Ferdy and 80, what a coincidence to bump into the two of you here.
Dorothea, your face is red.
Yes, indeed it is. Do you have a fever?
Really? I feel fine, but... Well, I was just coming to check on things, but since it all checks out, I'll be going. Bye!
Wait, you could suddenly take a turn for the worse. So, I will escort you back.
No, I'm fine. I'm not going far.
Yet still too far to travel alone. If something were to happen to you, it would already be too late. Come now, take my arm. Or if it please you, I could carry you there.
Enough! I am perfectly fine, so just mind your own business and stay away from me.
No one appreciates obstinance, Ferdinand.
Apologies. Although, given the intensity of her rebuff, I worry she may not have liked me to begin with. Have I committed some grave wrong against her? What should I do? Ah, Petra. Just the lady I have been looking for.
Are you needing something, Ferdinand?
Why, yes, I do need something.
Ravishing lady, princess from a foreign land, how sharp and true the swords you hold in your hand. Wilt thou not spar with me?
How was that? Did I do it correctly? I want to be certain I understood the Brigid way.
What?
You see, I was perusing a book on your customs the other day. It was there that I came across a description of the proper way in which to make a request of members of the Brigid royal family. Apparently, one is supposed to improvise their need in the form of a song while performing a small jig or rondo. I find it to be a most lovely tradition.
I am not knowing of this tradition.
You do not know it? But I am correct that song and dance are very important in your homeland, yes?
Yes, that is a truth. We are often singing and dancing as tribute to the spirits.
Then it has nothing to do with the royal family?
Now I have understanding. Something has gotten lost inside of the translation. The ruler of Brigid is often asking the spirits for protection. This involves singing and dancing both. The members of the royal family are not witnessing the performance, they are doing the performance. Also, it is for special occasions only. No one bursts into a song with suddenness. That is strange.
Yes, I am discovering that for myself. I was convinced that Brigid must have some manner of odd custom that defies Fodlan convention.
Ferdinand, what land of silliness are you thinking I am from?
What? No, This is all going quite horribly. This is what I deserve for trusting that ridiculous book.
Do not be worrying. Even books of greatness may contain mistakes. I once was reading that all Fodlan nobles are born in wells. Can you be imagining?
That is a ridiculous notion.
It was even within the title. Fodlan's Nobility, a day in the life of the Wellborn.
Petra, wellborn is actually a word. It means one who is born into a noble bloodline.
I am knowing that, Ferdinand. I was having a joke. I am not breaking into songs and dances, but I am breaking out the dictionary when I have the need.
A joke? I must say, this is quite surprising, Petra. You are unearthing my ignorance in spades today. This is twice you have made me dine on dirt in a single conversation.
Unearth? Spades? Dirt! Ah, I am understanding. You are having cleverness.
Well, no, that was merely a coincidence, but I am glad you enjoyed it.
Mercedes, got a sec?
Hello, Caspar. What do you need?
I wanted to ask you something about Professor Yuritsa. He's your little brother, yeah?
Yes, that's right. What of it?
Nothing. Except that I've challenged him a bunch of times and he keeps wiping the floor with me. So I thought maybe you might know some special way I could train to beat him, seeing as you're his sister and all.
A way to beat Yuritsa. Oh, I have it.
All right, lay it on me.
Here, follow me.
I don't think this is going very well.
Please allow me. There, see? If you do it like so, it's actually quite simple.
Yeah, that's actually... Wait, no! How is baking supposed to help me beat Professor Yuritsa?
Because we're making treats.
Oh, I see. Again, no! How does that help? Unless... Hang on. Are these actually magic treats that fill me with unimaginable strength? I don't want to win like that. It's cheating.
You're so amusing, Caspar. But no, there are no magical treats that do such a thing. Look here. They're almost done, so watch what I do very carefully.
Whoa! These look amazing! But again, and I hate to keep repeating myself here, how does this help me beat Professor Yuritsa? Is there some kind of terrible secret in the method? Black magic in the brown sugar, maybe?
Oh, Caspar, there's no secret. Yuritsa has loved sweets for the longest time, but he's terrible when it comes to making them. So if you can make a better sweet treat than he, I'm sure he'll be vexed and acknowledge his defeat.
I'm trying to beat him in combat, not baking!
Hey, so... Oh, go ahead. I didn't actually have anything important to say. No, you can go first, Bernadetta. Okay, well, I guess I'll start. I saw a lovely white butterfly in the mess hall this morning. Oh, but while the wings and body were both white, its eyes were crimson. It was beautiful.
I saw one just like that at the stables.
You saw one too?
Yes,
Its eyes glittered like tiny jewels. It was wondrous to behold. I wonder if it was the same butterfly I saw. That would be something, huh? Yes, it would be a most lovely coincidence. Well, I guess it's my turn. This morning I awoke earlier than usual and... Well, since I had extra time, I climbed a small hill and looked out over the landscape. You woke up bright and early, huh? That's great. So how was the scenery? Seeing the plains hued red by the sunrise was especially striking. It's like I was standing inside a painting, or... I'm sorry, I can't put into words very well. Wow, I wish I could have seen it. Maybe I can manage to drag myself out of bed before noon one day. Oh dear, listen to me. I'm sorry for going on as long as I did. No, it's alright, really. And actually... Yes, Bernadetta? Well, I guess... I mean, it's been a long time since I've been able to talk this much with someone. I'm rather awful at speaking to other people myself. So this has been somewhat strange for me as well. Yeah. So, I was thinking it might be nice if we could chat again sometime. What do you think? That would be delightful. Oh, thanks, Marianne. I gotta think of lots of things to talk about for next time. Okay, so there's carnivorous plants, interesting books, the doll I'm knitting, carnivorous plants. You talked about those today as well. Yeah, but there are lots of different kinds. Anyway, I think this is gonna be great.
Huh? Where am I? Good to see you up and about, Lysithea. How are you feeling? Mercedes? Why are you... What am I doing here? You don't remember? You collapsed during training, so I carried you here. Professor Manuela said you were sleep-deprived. You were out for almost half the day, I think.
I slept for that long? No! I have to catch up on everything I missed!
I understand your impatience, but you're still quite pale. Why not stay here and rest a while longer?
Thanks for the concern, but I've rested enough.
That's a shame. I suppose I'll just have to throw out these cookies I baked for you.
Cookies?
Yes. I thought we might share them when you woke up.
Well, I suppose since you worked so hard on them... Wait. Are you taking advantage of my love of sugar?
I only wanted to enjoy some tea and your company. There, see? I was thinking of rainbows when I baked them.
So colorful. How did you get them to look like this?
Oh, just a few special ingredients. It wasn't so difficult.
Now I'm even more curious.
Please try one. I'm certain you'll like it.
Okay, here I go. It's like snow. It just melts in my mouth and leaves the most wonderful aftertaste. This is honestly one of the most amazing things I've ever tasted in my life.
I'm glad you like them. Oh, and there are plenty more, so don't be shy.
Sure, but more importantly,
Actually, wait. I need to eat another one first. Okay, you have to teach me how to make these.
Of course. But let's just enjoy the ones we have here first, yes?
No! You have to teach me right now! I have to know!
Oh, I think the tea is ready. Please excuse me for a second.
No! Stop! Don't you dare leave! Can't believe I got so worked up just now. But I really need to know how to make these!